Hello violin players, welcome to Pro Strings. I'm Henriette and this is lesson 10 in the All for Strings course. In this lesson we're going to learn 3 songs: Mary Had a Little Lamb, Hot Cross Buns and the French folk song, and I'm hoping that you're really going to enjoy playing those. So by the end of the lesson I'm sure you will feel totally comfortable playing these 3 songs and enjoy playing the first songs you know. So let's get our positioning right. As in previous lessons, I've got my finger line in place. So I'm going to check my finger line with my E string. I'm going to check my thumb and I'm going to really push my wrist out. Now this time I want you to look at your left elbow as well. As we progress, we want to get a bit more sophisticated every time. So my left elbow should be in the center below my violin. So if you find yourself playing like this, try to bring your left elbow under the violin a bit more, and you can see what happens to your fingers when you do that. Look, my elbow is too far out now. I'm bringing it under, and at the same time I'm bringing my fingers towards the strings here. Can you see the difference? We had already seen before that I'm pushing my wrist out to manipulate my fingers towards the strings here, but now we're going to add our elbow to that and we're bringing our fingers closer to the strings sideways, you see? So I'm both pushing my wrist out. My wrist now gets used to this position much more, so now it's time for adding our elbow as well. So my elbow comes further under. So we're first going to start playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, and Mary Had a Little Lamb starts on the second finger on the D string. So before we can play that, we're testing our fingers D, 1, 2. So let's do that first. D, do, okay. If you found yourself in previous lessons hitting other strings accidentally, strings that you didn't mean to play at all, go back to your string levels and see if you can adjust your right elbow to match the D string, you see? When you're ready, here we go, slowly, 3, 4, use a long bow now. Upper half now, long bow, lower half of the bow, all the way. Stay at the upper half of the bow now. Well done, very good. And you may have noticed that we're applying all the techniques now that you've learned in all the previous lessons. So we're applying the left hand technique, of course. And now in this song, the bowing technique is a little bit more complicated in that we play alternately on the lower half of the bow and on the upper half of the bow. And when you play at the upper half of the bow and you start at the point, you'd have to think again about straight bowing. You remember we said be careful that your arm doesn't go to your side. Instead, stretch your bow arm forwards, and that is very much the case in the second half of this piece, where you need to really stretch that bow arm forwards in order to play at the upper half of the bow. So I suggest that we play this song again in the same way, and that you try to shift some of your focus, if you possibly can, from the left hand to the bow again. Now I'm going to start playing D1, 2. So I'm checking my finger line, my thumb and my left wrist. Set your bow at the heel. after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight bow now. Just pause it here a moment. Are you perfectly straight? Where are you? Okay, good. Carry on. One finger and whole bow. Are you right at the heel now? Great. And push that bow arm forwards this time. Now stay at the upper half. Can you feel the stretch? That was awesome, awesome playing. Well done. Because you know the song, I assume you know Mary Had a Little Lamb, it makes the tuning easier. That frees up a little bit of brain space, in my opinion, to focus on the bow. So that's why we're trying to add a little bit of bowing technique in here today as well. Brilliant playing, well done. Now, let's play Hot Cross Buns now. So before we play Hot Cross Buns, let's check our fingers. So check your finger line, your thumb, and your left wrist, and your left elbow. Let's play D1, 2. And you're ready to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Do a slow big circle. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Leave the bow on the string this time. Now add your second finger to it. Awesome. Now in a moment we're going to play this song as a duet. And when we play this as a duet, it's absolutely vital that you count out the rests. In our previous playing, I've counted out the rests for you. So you're going to be multitasking because you're going to retake the bow and count at the same time. I'll count out loud as well, but make sure you count. So let's check our finger line, our thumb, and our wrist, and let's check our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super work. Really well done. Let's move on to the French folk song now. Some of you may know this song, Au clair de la lune. Let's see if we can get that right in one go, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. you've done such a fantastic job that you found this song relatively easy. All I want to know is that when you played the third bar and you played D2, whether you had your first finger on the string as well. Super play. I would like you to skip the other exercises on this page. They're simply a bit too challenging at this stage, in my opinion. We'll come to use those same techniques a bit later on, and you'll find them a little bit easier to do then. So just really enjoy those 3 songs that we've learned today. And I very much look forward to seeing you in lesson 11. Well done and goodbye.